to grace the chair. I invite Sri Bolisetti Satyanarayana, National Coordinator of Jal Miladri, social activist and environmentalist to the dais. Next, I invite Professor Y. Srinivas Rao, Dean of Academic Affairs and co-convener of our conference to the dais. I heartily invite Dr. Talari Vasu, co-convener of our conference to the dais. It gives me immense pleasure to invite Honorable Chief Guest of our program, Sri Rajendra Singh, the Waterman of India and the Raman Magsaysay Awardee to grace the dais. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone, and dignitaries on the dais. I don't want to waste much time because I've been told by Mr. Ramesh, Professor Ramesh, I got only 2 minutes. Just I want to show 2 slides which will speak on their own. This is what actually our Chief Minister wants to build Amaravati model city there. They are showing. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. This is how it is going to be after it is built next to the river, all high-rise structures and flyovers, underpasses. Next. This is Amaravati. Those red lines are all floodplains. Actually, city, the planning itself is half the river they want to use, not only the floodplains, the river also. Next, 32, previous slide. The floodplains are 32 square kilometers out of 217 square kilometers of the capital city proposed. If the floodplains are left out, it can take care of all the water needs of the city and green pasture and agriculture and everything, fruits, vegetables, everything, and livelihood for almost 1 lakh of people. And just we asked them to remove just these things, not only me, many people in the country. Next slide. This is how he is planning to build the city, encroaching into the river and river area. Next. This is the map, contour map or demography map, what you call. If you look at it, you know low-lying areas. This is Amaravati, and what the declaration given by the officer, APCRDA commissioner, is that Amaravati is not in the flood zone, not in the floodplains, which is a false declaration. The National Green Tribunal asked them to give again a declaration. Again, the government and secretary gave a declaration. There's no floodplains. It's a barren land. It's totally barren land. That is a declaration, official declaration given by the government of Andhra Pradesh. So, if we want to protect the river, Anthropocene, if we want to write, the natural destruction which is happening, largest in the world, this destruction which is happening, which is the largest in the world, you are burying almost 13 small rivulets which are contributing, giving water to the Krishna river. And the low-lying area, you can see that. And government of Andhra Pradesh own a book which is called Disaster Management Plan 2010 that gives a plan map number 9A, shows 80% of the present capital constructed area is underwater. And the government of Andhra Pradesh again submit to court and NGT that there is never flooded in that area. So officers, I request the officers at least to do their job properly so that bureaucrats, politicians cannot fiddle with this nature. So we need to protect it. Thank you very much, sir. I'll stop that, okay? What I want to tell you is the future and this nature belongs to you people. Almost all the people on the dais are lived their life, except the last one. Okay, he is doing a good job, Sri Prakash. He is feeding his students with organic water, organic milk and organic vegetables. He is not using anything adulterated to his students and students who are studying there and giving there. So what I request you is, it is your future. Protect it. We may go wrong. you should know what is right, what is wrong, and dictate terms. Youth of India should raise and make noise if somebody is making something wrong. And today I'm really surprised, I'm glad to Professor Sri Ramesh is trying to write Anthropocene here. And actually Rajahmundry is the great city. Many histories have started from here, many creations. And I want this new history of Indian Anthropocene, actually at least not for the whole world. At least, try to protect the nature and ecological history and this biology here. Otherwise, we will be left out with no water on this planet. And especially Godavari also, you see very brim here. You go 150 kilometers from here, there is no Godavari there. It's all very, before meeting that Savari river, Godavari is not that big at all. So one tributary is actually contributing major river here and you are seeing some water. And water is getting polluted. All the tributaries are getting either occupied, encroached, polluted. So anyway, we will listen from the master, Dr. Rajendra Singh. And he asked me, last time when I met him, he gave me one assignment. Satya, don't talk from this rooms and all. Go and study the Krishna river right from the origin till it reaches the sea. So we spent almost 1.5 months and studied the whole thing, and we started crying because we are killing the river right in 150 kilometers where it is born, in a place called Satara, where toxins are going into the river. And you don't know, this Godavari river carries lot of toxins from Kamam chemical refineries, from Manuguru. So it's all those things, we don't know we know what is happening. And we are not trying to stop it. And we need to wake up and say, rivers are for future generations. It cannot be adulterated, it cannot be polluted, it cannot be encroached. They should be having their own freedom. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Satyanarayana garu. We certainly will accept.
I already talked too much on Monday, so I'm just going to say a few words. That in general, I tend to be pretty pessimistic and don't have a lot of hope for our planet because the science looks pretty dire. But in the last couple days, just talking to students here and your commitment to the environment is one thing that gives me hope, because I think it is your generation who knows that this is the planet that you're going to grow up on. And it's the same in my country. It's the young people who are rising up. There's a whole contingency of young people who are suing the government because they're not going to have a planet. So what I suggest is, and I've given my email to some students, is that you contact my students and we have an exchange so that you can discuss some of these things that you're worried about, and that my students can discuss some of the things that they're worried about, because this is this global phenomenon that we're all in. And I think it's important to put a face to those unknown places that are all suffering the effects of the degradation of our planet.